It's now 1 week since we've started our 3 campaigns within Media Traffic. The home selling or home staging campaign, the travel related campaign, and the internet/email marketing campaign. So we're going to take a look more closely at our results and the reports that are available and how to view them within Media Traffic. So we're on our initial starting page here. And what we're going to do, there's 2 ways to look at our reports, and that is either through detailed reports here beside the total amount spent, or under reports on the left hand side, detailed reports. Either gets you to the same page. So here we see our campaigns, and this is showing for today. So let's look at for the last week. Go to the top, the period. I'm going to choose last week. You can also choose the month and also a date range. For now, let's choose this month. Just not sure whether, because we are from a Wednesday to a Wednesday, I'm not sure if the last week would just be from Thursday till this Wednesday. So let's go this month, and then we know we've got every day captured. And hit apply. We can see our 3 campaigns here, the traveling checklist, home selling secrets, and free email series. So over the last 7 days, the number of views, our spend, and our ROIs, how many leads we've gotten in each campaign. Now, something I want to touch on before we go too deeply into that, let's take a look at our campaigns themselves and where our URLs and the bidding is at this point. We made some adjustments 2 days into the campaigns to overbid other competitors, so we got more views, but that's obviously changed within the last 5 days. So let's go take a look on the left hand side to edit existing campaigns. Here are our 3 campaigns. Let's go into the free email series. And then we scroll down to under the current destinations. This is where under targets we see our URLs that we have put into the system. Okay, so here we see them. Again, the ones that are red are where we have been overbid. So we've got 4 URLs where there is a higher bidder than us, and so we'll be getting very little traffic, if any, on those URLs. The other URLs where we're the high bidder, the traffic will be going to us, or most of it. So these were the ones: Aweber, ClickFunnels, Empower Network, and GetResponse. Now, of course, I'm ending these campaigns today, so I'm not going to worry about overbidding those. But if you were continuing them, you would have to make a decision. And when we look at our reports, that will help with your decision on whether you want to continue to overbid the other bidders, or if those URLs are not bringing in leads, you may just leave them as it is and not try to get that many more impressions. Interesting is that ClickFunnels here, in a couple days, we can see when we increased our bid 5 days ago, we increased it to 1.51 cents, and today it's up to 2 cents. So it's really, the price has been run up on that one. I mean, it's not much, 2 cents an impression, but it's a significant jump. These others, you can see this one's gone up 0.06 of a cent, and the other ones have only gone up 1/100th of a cent. Okay, so let's go back to our reports. But before I go into there, I want to touch on this target outbid report. I want to talk about it a bit because I don't put too much stock into what this report gives us. We just saw in our email series there were 4 URLs that we were being overbid on. When I go into this target outbid report, select that campaign and hit apply, it only shows me 2. And it says you're the prime bidder on all your active categories. So I don't know why it doesn't show the other ones. I don't like using this method. So I recommend against going into this target outbid report, and rather go into editing your existing campaign and looking at your URLs. And there again, you can always choose to overbid them all by saying overbid here, and that increases your bid on all of them, and then hitting save. You're automatically the highest bidder on all of them. So I'm not going to do that right now. Now let's go back into our reports. So detailed reports. We've selected this month. All right, so we can see Traveling Checklist got 1 lead and the email series got 2. Our campaign with the home selling secrets, the home staging, that didn't really resonate very well with the audience that uses the products that Media Traffic puts out there. So let's look quickly at our Traveling Checklist and the reports that are available here. These are all selections you can choose to the right of the campaign name. What countries, what destinations, dates, and targets. So now countries, of course, we've only been promoting in the United States. If there were other countries, it would show the abbreviation for the country along with how many views for that country, the cost, and number of leads. When you're finished looking at a particular part of the report, just right above it, click on campaigns again, and it gets you to that initial screen. So here, destinations, this would be if you had more than one landing page or capture page URL, but we only have the one, Traveling Checklist, and so it's the same stats. Again, I'll go back. Dates, this is interesting because here we can see each day what we had for impressions, our costs, and our ROI, our leads that were generated. Right now it's sorting by the number of views. So we can see on this is the 16th of July, had the most views, but let's sort it even by dates here. This is where we started that campaign on that day, on the 15th. And we had, and that day I always started the campaigns, it was later in the day, late afternoon, so we didn't get that many impressions. The next day we got quite a few, actually the most, 118. The day after we got 91, and that may be partly because we were being overbid on some URLs, and so we were no longer receiving impressions. So that was the day that we went into our campaigns again and overbid and became the highest bidders. We also, I think for this one, the free email report, we didn't turn off any URLs, but you would see if you had any URLs that you deactivated, your views would have gone down from that as well. The next day you can see we had more views and more views. That was probably, again, because we were the highest bidder. And then here it dramatically dropped off. And this will be because someone has overbid us on our URLs and we aren't getting that many impressions. Okay, so we can go back to campaigns. Now here, clicking on targets, this shows you where you got your leads from. Our only lead for this campaign came in from TripAdvisor.com. We can see it's not been by my definition of a successful campaign for that URL, it's not been a very good one. One lead, 295 views at a cost of almost $5. Same as Travelocity.com, 260 views, almost $5. I would be and should have sooner shut down those URLs. From my experience, I've been aiming for 100 views per lead or approximately $1 per lead. Now that will again be determined by your own campaigns, your own product, and your own lead magnets. You'll have to find whatever ratios work best and are profitable for you. But that's what we've seen here. Okay, so that is the email campaign. So if we go back here, campaigns, we can see the other ones. Now home selling secrets, we didn't get any leads. So let's just take a look at our targets quickly. So these are the ones with the most impressions. Now I'd be going into here and I would be shutting down Zillow and Redfin simply because of the number of impressions with no leads. The others we would be monitoring to see if any leads came in before they hit 100 impressions. Okay, let's go back into campaigns again. Finally, our free email series. Let's click on there. Okay, so this one we've got 2 leads that came in. We can see one came in for leadpages.net, and that's great, and one for streamsend.com, and that's also great. So those are going well, those campaigns. So we'd want to make sure that we are the highest bidder there, and by editing our campaign, we would make sure that we are above the next highest cost per view. Whereas ConstantContact.com, 205 views with no leads, I don't want to be deactivating that URL. It's not been meeting our criteria for a successful URL. All right, so we go back there. And that is essentially how to evaluate your campaigns within media traffic. As long as you've got your tracking set up correctly, you'll see where the leads come in. In time, you'll need to add more and more URLs. We haven't added that many, so you'll want to keep adding more and more. And you also need to tweak capture pages so that they resonate with your target market more, your avatar and your target market. But that concludes the part on media traffic.